Good evening, everyone. It's great to have you all on board. I don't know if you all can hear me. Mrs. Regina, I don't expect you to be here today. Please, Ma, can you unmute your mic, Ma?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Ma. Should you not be having your bed rest?
Let me show my face.
Yeah. Please recover fast, too.
Amen.
Good evening, Miss Chinaza. I can't really see this person's. Please, if you don't mind, you can show your faces, please. It's a Telegram discussion
Okay.
forum. If you don't mind,
no
you can
light.
show your face.
Okay, there's no light here, so I would unmute anytime to speak.
It's okay. You can get your lamp or something. But I just wanted to let everybody know you are welcome to show your face. It's not like the YouTube stuff where we don't get to see our faces. Okay. Although I am anticipating that others will join as we continue. Miss Chinaza, I think I'm seeing your face for the very first time.
Yes.
You're in our private class, right?
Yes, I am.
And I know you are very, very consistent. You don't usually miss your classes. I know that name, and I usually see that name regularly.
Yeah.
This other person here, please, can you tell us your name, ma? I'm not sure I know this face, and it's not showing your name here. Maybe it's because I did not save your number on WhatsApp or something.
No, it's not. It's a different number that I'm using here. So my name is Damilola.
Okay, ma.
Yes, I already sent
What?
message to you. Damilola. I sent message to you on Telegram
Okay.
that I'm online already. On WhatsApp that I'm online already.
Okay. Have you come across our classes before?
No. So this is the first time.
Okay, it's okay. You're highly welcome. You're welcome. Miss Justina, is this our own Mrs. Justina or another Miss Justina?
Another one. I'm joining for the first time.
You are attending for the first time. Okay, you are highly welcome. If you don't mind, you can also show us your face. This is a Telegram class. It's not a YouTube thing. You can show us your face if you don't mind. Mr. or is it Miss Shua? You are also welcome. Please, can you unmute your mic? Is it Miss Shua or Mr. Shua? Please, if you can hear me, you can unmute your mic. Miss Adetohun. I think I usually see this name. Miss Mayan. Is this you or another Miss Mayan? Miss Mayan. Okay, that's Miss Regina, not Miss Maya. Okay. Mr. Shua, or is it Miss Shua? Please, if you can unmute your mic, please, if you don't mind. Good evening. Can you hear me now? Okay, it's a Mr. Oh, wonderful. If you don't mind, you can show us your face too. You're highly welcome, sir. Miss Adetohun, I think I usually see this name on YouTube, but I've never seen you. I'm not sure you're in my general class or the private class. You're highly welcome, ma. Please, if you don't mind, you can also show your face. Please, I wouldn't want to. Good evening. You're welcome. I wouldn't want to hold us much tonight. I just want to use the opportunity to, because this is one thing we usually do year in, year out, like every semester. Mrs. Regina can bear us witness. I know Mrs. Regina has been with us for quite a while. I don't mind. Please, you can mute yourself, please. You can mute your mic now so that you just one mic talking. Miss Shua, Mr. Shua, you can mute your mic now, please. Okay, thank you very much for that. So, as I was saying, this is a ritual we usually do in the private and in general class, whereby we give students the opportunity to tell us what they think about our classes, if there's anything we are doing wrongly, and if there's something we all think that we should do or we should approach in a different way. This is the platform whereby we get to talk about that. So tonight, it's not we are not having any class. and it's basically a discussion. I am still anticipating that others will join as we continue, but the very few, even though it's 2 persons I have here, I'm good to go. We are, plenty are called, but few are choosing. I don't know if I said that correctly, right? But I know a lot of persons are called, but few are actually choosing. So even though it's just 1 or 2 persons that are here tonight and are willing to tell us to our face what we are doing wrongly and what we should improve on, I think that is enough for us to run with for the semester. And I wouldn't want to hold us for a long period of time tonight. So I just want this opportunity to introduce myself properly, and I will have each and every one of us just do a brief introduction of ourselves. And as soon as we are done with that, then the floor will be open to each and every one of us as we, all right, everybody has get the opportunity to say a thing or two about our classes and how we can improve on them as we are about to start classes for the forthcoming semester. So without further ado, I am Tutor Ayo, or the enthusiastic tutor, and I take classes online, precisely university courses. All right, classes cuts across different departments and faculties. Okay, so and I just want this opportunity to let us know that the classes we take, or the courses we take, is not limited to the National University of Nigeria alone. We have students from other prestigious universities in Nigeria as well. All right, we are also trying to see how we can push forward to the beyond the boundaries of Nigeria, as we can also push forward into other countries like Canada, the UK, and the US. And peradventure, we can get tutors that are basically nationals of other international countries that can work with us as a team. Basically, that is our long-term plan, as we don't intend to do this on a short-term plan. It's basically a marathon, and by the grace of God, students will come, students will pass out, and we will still be here to accommodate and work with new sets as we work with the old ones as well. So basically, it is what it is. I would like to have Miss Chinaza. I think you are the first person there. I would like to have you please introduce yourself in a nutshell, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chinaza.
Good evening.
I'm Chinaza, and I'm Faculty of Social Science, Department of Peace Studies.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for that, Miss Chinaza. Okay, I think as others are joining, the list is just so let's have Mrs. Regina please introduce herself. Mrs. Regina, are you with us? Okay. Is it okay to can you quickly introduce yourself, ma? Okay, I don't. Probably maybe the network is not good. Mrs. Regina, can you hear me?
I'm just hearing you now, sir.
Okay, ma, please, can you do a quick intro of yourself? I know you are in some critical medical condition, and I don't even expect you to be here today, but since you are here, you can just quickly do us the honor of introducing yourself. Okay.
Open University, by the special grace of God, we are moving to 300 level now. Social Sciences, Political Science Department. Thank you.
Wonderful. Mrs. Regina happens to be one of our outstanding students. She's a mother. She has a job. She has a family. She has all the time to give excuses. And you can see now, she's not even feeling so fine. She's seriously in some critical medical condition, and here she is. She still tries to make it to. Thank you very much for that. She still tries as much as to make it to this meeting. I mean, if Mrs. Regina can do this, how much more? This is somebody. If I'm not mistaken, man, she's above 50. If I'm not mistaken, so I don't know the age precise, but I know she's above 50. So this is some serious encouragement and motivation to a lot of us, and I pray that this medical condition you will you will actually wave it behind. It's just a phase. I know you are going to come out of it strongly and you are going to bounce back, ma.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome, ma. Miss Justina, please, do you mind? You can introduce yourself very quickly. Let us know your
My
department, your
name
level,
is
and semester.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
just moving to 200 level first semester. Thank you,
Sorry, I
ma.
didn't get that, ma. What level,
My name is
department, and
Justina.
semester,
I'm a
ma?
student of now.
Okay, what department are you, ma?
Environmental science.
Mechanical science.
Environmental science and resource management.
Okay. Environmental science and resource management. Thank you very much for that, Mrs. Justina. You are highly welcome.
Thank
Okay.
you.
I think we have Mr. Shua. Please, if you don't mind, can you show us your face and quickly introduce yourself, sir? Mr. Shua, are you there? Mr. Hussein, that's Hussein Shua.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Hussein. If you don't mind, can you show us your face, please?
Yes, you can see me now.
Not yet, sir. You have to use that button that looks like a camera just by the side. I think to the right, to the left of your microphone, you see a button that looks like a video tape or something.
Is it okay now? Is it okay?
Okay. Yes, I think.
You can see me.
No, we can't, but just go ahead with your introduction, sir. I think you are having
Okay.
difficulties with that. You just go ahead with the introduction, sir.
All right. My name is Hussein Abdul Karim, and I'm from Faculty of Management.
Okay. That's your faculty. What about your department, your level and semester, sir?
100 level, going to second semester.
Okay. What department, sir?
Management.
Okay. Do you mean when you say management, that's more like your faculty, like management science? But when we say your department, we are more like the discipline you are studying, sir. What's your discipline, sir?
Business administration.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you very much. It's great to have you on board. Miss Adeto Toun, please, if you don't mind, you can show us your face and also unmute your mic and quickly do your introduction, ma.
Hello, good
Miss
evening,
Adeto,
everyone.
good evening, ma.
Good evening,
Do you mind showing us
everyone.
your face, ma?
Please, okay, can you see me now?
No, ma.
I don't know. But
Okay, it's okay. It's okay. If you're having difficulties doing that, just go ahead with the introduction then.
all right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening,
Adeto,
ma.
my name. I'm
Okay,
Adeto.
awesome.
I'm 200 level student, management science, public admin
Okay,
department. So I'm going to
wonderful.
first
Public
semester.
administration.
Yes, going to
Wonderful.
first semester.
Awesome. Thank you very much,
200
ma.
level. You're welcome.
Awesome. Awesome. So you can just mute your mic now. Okay, there's this person that has this star. There's this person I just highlighted now. I can't see your name here, but what I can see are a couple of stars. Please, can you unmute? You can show us your face, please, and also introduce yourself.
Okay. Good evening.
Good evening, ma.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Okay, we
So
can see your face now.
Dami. Okay, I'm
Okay,
Dami. Yes.
okay,
Faculty of Management Science, Public
okay.
Administration, 200 level. That's first semester.
Awesome.
Just going to 200 level.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Miss Dami. You are highly welcome. I have Mr. Okay, I think we've attended to people that are here before. Mr. Patrick. Please, Mr. Patrick, if you don't mind, you can show us your face, sir, and also introduce yourself. Mr. Patrick, can
Good
you hear
evening,
us?
everyone. Good evening. Yes, I
Good
can hear
evening,
you very
sir.
well. Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much.
Okay, we can see your face. You can bring the camera close to your face, sir, so we actually see your ceiling.
Okay, sorry. It's a pleasure, sir.
It's good to meet you in person, sir. Okay, it's good to virtually meet you in person, not physically.
Thank you, sir.
You're
My
highly
name
welcome,
is
sir.
Patrick. My name
Okay,
is Patrick of Social Science, Political Science Department, 200 level.
okay, wonderful. What level are you, sir?
200 level, sir.
Okay, you are about to go into 200 level, or you are leaving 200 level.
Okay, I'm back into 200 level.
Wonderful. I thought you were about leaving 200 level to 300 level. I said, finally, we now have somebody to go with Mrs. Regina. I don't know what the problem is, that your department. We barely have students in that department. Mrs. Regina has been with us from 100 level second semester. Now she's about to go to 300 level first semester. And she has been there was a lady that was with her then, Miss Mayan. But I don't know what happened. She couldn't continue, probably. But you're highly welcome, sir. It's good to have you on
Thank you very
board.
much. Thank you, sir. You're welcome.
Okay, I think the only person who hasn't said anything here is about two persons. Miss Lizzie. I have the name as Lizzie here. If you don't mind, you can unmute yourself, ma, and also show us your face. And let's just two more persons and we are done. Miss Lizzie, can you unmute yourself, please? Okay, I think Miss Lizzie is having issues with network, probably. Miss Honfor? Miss Honfor, please, if you don't mind, you can also unmute yourself and introduce yourself very quickly, ma. Hello, Miss Honfor, are you there? Okay, let's go straight to I have it here as keynote order. I'm so sorry, that's what I used to save your name, but we can see your face. You are putting on a white should I call that a white round neck? Please, you can unmute yourself and introduce yourself. I have it here as keynote order. I don't know your name, please. Okay, I think we have. Okay, she has unmuted her mic. Good evening, ma. You can go ahead, ma. Unmute yourself and say something, please. Introduce yourself, ma. Oh, I think our network is pretty poor. She's talking, but we can't hear her. We are finding difficult to hear you. We can't hear you, ma. Okay. Probably the network is not good from your end. So I think we just have to call it a quit with the introduction phase. I want to say a big thank you to each and every one of us. We have done well by introducing ourselves. I know that as we continue, others will join and they will leave. Network might affect some not to stay for long. And for those of us that are here, let's just continue. So we are done with the very first phase. We have introduced ourselves. So the second phase, which is the main reason why we're having this meeting. Please, we can mute our mics now. Please, you can mute your mic now. Okay, so the main reason why we're having this. Okay, the main reason why we're having this conversation. Miss Sunday, you are here. What happened? You came late. This is one of our members and she has always been consistent too. Miss Sunday, you can quickly show us your face and introduce yourself very quickly. You came pretty late, Miss Sunday. Mrs. Sunday, I mean.
I'm on.
Can you hear me, ma?
I'm on.
Okay, can you quickly show us your face and introduce yourself, ma? Oh, wonderful. Now we can see your face. You can introduce yourself, ma.
Are you seeing?
Yes, ma. We can see your face now, ma. You can introduce yourself now, ma. Good evening, ma.
My name is Family.
Okay. What department, level, and semester, ma?
Business in Education, 200 level, second semester.
Thank you very much, ma. Please, you can mute your mic now. So as I was saying, the main reason why we're having this meeting because it's Sunday and most of us will be going to work tomorrow. Everybody's not like me that work from home. So I want us to go straight to the point now so that we can conclude with this and go and rest for tonight. So we are about to, everybody, I'm assuming that everybody have seen the timetable, the academic calendar for this semester. All right. And according to that academic calendar, the student portal where we are expected to register our courses and our exams for every new semester will be active by tomorrow. Okay, according to the academic calendar. If you have not seen the academic calendar, just let me know after this discussion. You can reach out to me after the discussion and I will send it to you personally. But if you're in our group, we sent it there already. So now, this is what we work with. All right. If registration of courses is starting on the 10th, which is tomorrow, then the classes should commence almost immediately. As I'm talking to you now, I'm starting classes with some set of people. They have already paid me even before now, and they have been on my neck that tutorial, we didn't do well last semester, and this is because we registered late. And unfortunately, I keep saying this thing that few weeks to exams, now we're still selling admission form. And you see students entering into the system, few weeks to exam, they end up rushing their TMA, end up rushing into their exams. They are not well prepared. They are not well informed. And unfortunately, the majority of them don't do above their expectations. They don't even meet up to their expectations. All right. So because of these, semesters like this, for students who have seen what it's like, what the system is like, they try as much as possible to fall victim the second time. They reach out to me as early as possible and we start these classes. So I felt like, okay, if I'm starting classes with some very few persons tomorrow, all right, I think it's okay for us to have a general discussion, all right, and a general invitation sent to people who might be interested. I know it's still very fresh. The semester is still very fresh. Like, we just finished the exam. It's not even up to 2 weeks yet, and tutorial is already talking about classes. Why is tutorial not wanting us to rest? It's not like that, all right? Like I said earlier, when we were doing our revision, I said it that this semester is going, this section, not semester, is going to be very full of activities, because the exam we wrote this year, we were supposed to write that exam last year, all right? But by not writing that exam last year, it will automatically alter the academic activities of 2025. There is no two way to it. It will automatically alter the academic activities of 2025. And this is what we are seeing now. Because if it was how it used to be, all right, just like 2024, 2023, 2022, by now we are still resting. Nobody's even saying anything. All right. We begin to talk about resuming school by February or early March. That's how we do it before. But because of we wrote our exam that was supposed to write November, December, we wrote it in January and ended it in February. It is going to affect the academic calendar of 2025. And to confirm that, the academic calendar was released and registration is starting tomorrow. So this is now why we are here. All right. Talking about the private classes, we had a fair share of both the good and the bad side last semester. All right. So now we don't want to assume, because the Bible says, even the Bible make it clear that he that thinks is wise in his own counsel is actually foolish. All right. And as a service provider, we are offering services to people. All right. These are people we don't. All right, we are not related. These are people that have not even met us physically. I'm not even sure, like 90%, 99.9% of all my students, I've never met them physically, except for very few that knows where I am staying in Abuja. Although currently I'm in Lagos, all right, and none of my students know where I'm staying in Lagos, but very few of my students knows where I used to stay, because I used to offer physical classes to some very special students. Because I will tell you, look at what it is when it comes to physical classes. You will spend transport. There are days whereby it will be raining. There are days whereby there might be fuel scarcity and you cannot make it to my place, or you cannot make it to where we will take physical classes. But there's nothing like that in your online classes. Online classes, whether it is raining, whether it is snowy, whether there is no fuel, in as much as your phone is charged and you have internet, you will take classes. So now the reason why we are here basically is to hear from everybody. I know we cannot hear from everybody, but at least to hear from the few ones that have made it to this meeting. So I will be opening the floor now for each and every one of us. All right. I don't want you to paint it righteous. All right. We want you to give us your input, your recommendation. If there's something we are doing wrongly, if there's something you need us to improve upon, or if there's something you don't like about our services, or things you think, okay, what if Tutorial does it this way? I think it will be improved or better this way. This is what we expect from you tonight. All right. So with a minute or less apportioned to everybody, I will start from Ms. Chinaza. All right. And I know people that have been in our private class will have a lot to say. All right. But some of us that are new, you can still say a thing or two, but I'm not expecting much because you've not been with us. At least for some persons that have been with us, you should be able to say something. So without further ado, I would have Ms. Chinaza say a thing or two. Your recommendations, your recommendation, suggestions, or rebuke. You have the floor, ma.
Okay, thank you, Tutor Ayo.
You're welcome.
Thank you, but I don't really have much to say because though last semester was my first time I registered in private class. Though I would say for so far, I mean, like for my first time it's not bad. It's okay. Yeah.
Okay, so are there any recommendations, inputs, or suggestions we might be getting from you, ma?
No.
Okay, so you are giving us a 10 over 10.
Yes, so I might, but let's someone else just say, but I'm still on it before we run off for today.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's pass the ball to. I want to follow it according to what we have here. Let's pass the ball to Miss Justina Pius. If I'm not mistaken the name. Miss Justina, don't sleep. You are feeling sleeping already.
Me, I don't have anything to say because I'm just joining for the first time.
Okay, it's okay. You get to understand better as we continue the meeting. So let me pass the ball to Miss Sunday. Miss Donald has actually been with us for a minimum of 2 semesters now. I think me and Mrs. Donald have had our fair share of disagreeing to agree. So I think she might have something to say. I'll pass the ball to Mrs. Sunday Donald now. She's already smiling.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome,
Tutorial. I want to really recommend this class. It's been very, very helpful. If it wasn't helpful, I won't be here because right from my first semester, I still continue to my 200 level because of the help tutorials rendered. But I noticed some lapses. Like my first 100 level, there were some courses that wasn't offered that you did not touch. Semester, this 200 level first semester, about 2 courses was not touched. I called to your notice that it wasn't touched. But there was only one video. Had only one video. You said you're going to do something, but nothing was done. Even when I got the points, nothing was done too. When you sent it was mistakenly with another one. The codes were the same, but the write-up wasn't what I was looking for, and I complained, say you're going to do something, but nothing was done. I think those are the little lapses that was there, but every other thing is very good.
Okay, thank you very much for that. Please, ma, which course was that particular course we had no class or just a few videos on, ma?
One
What
was
curriculum? Can you remember?
One was curriculum. Then one was curriculum something, curriculum practical. Then the other one was ACC 201 or thereabout.
ACC 201. Okay.
Something
okay,
like that.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that, ma. I just want to use the opportunity to talk about that. some students usually ask me this frequently asked questions whenever they want to join the class. They will be like, sir, are you taking all the courses or you are taking some of the courses? And I'll take my time to explain to them that this is how it works. Like Mrs. Regina can understand better now. That last semester when we started, me and Mrs. Regina, like we have classes back to back frequently. All right. So as we go into the semester, others started joining. All right. And the classes that, let's say, for example, we have classes every day now, Monday to Friday. Like people we are starting this week now, I'm going to have classes with them like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, even if they want. All right. But as we continue, I begin to accommodate different students from different departments. Now, one thing I always tell my students, because I'm a person of my word, I try to let my word be my bound. All right. So if you take me anywhere, you can quote me by my word. Now, the minimum we do, or the minimum we're doing, will be 3 times in a week. All right. So it is 1 day in, 1 day out. 1 day in, 1 day out. That is the minimum we do. But in situations whereby we have all the time and we don't have enough to go around yet, we can do more than that. Now, what am I eating at? Let's say, for example, you are in your department, your level and semester, you are taking 8 courses for that semester. Now, some of these your courses, some of them might be 200 pages on soft copy. Some of them might be 400 pages. Some of them might be 300 pages. And courses that have more pages, we will take more time on these courses compared to courses that have lesser pages. Now, if unfortunately your courses, most of them are voluminous. And don't forget, when we have 200 pages for soft copy, automatically it is 350 pages or 400 pages for hard copy. So now, if somebody like you, that you now joined the private class and you're having 8 courses and most of your courses are voluminous in nature, unfortunately for such a student, if such a student joined, probably we have done 3 weeks or 2 weeks into the private class. Don't forget that it is the same. Where is this noise coming from? Okay. Please don't forget that it is the same tempo. It is the same apportioned time we are giving to. We will not say because you are just joining, let's give you special attention and leave others. So in situations like this, we might not have enough time to spread across all courses and cover all your courses. But nevertheless, based on the fact that we have promised to give value, I used to compensate with the keynotes. That's what I usually do most time. And Mrs. Donald, those courses that we don't have the classes on YouTube, did I give you the keynotes, ma?
You gave me one. The other one, you didn't give me.
Okay, I didn't give you the other one.
Yes, there was a mix-up with cases. Yes.
Okay. I think I remember now. Yes. It was ACC 203 was mixed up with ACC 201. That one you needed was taxation. The one you needed for was taxation. I think my assistant reached out to me on that, and when I checked that taxation, the keynote is not yet complete. And this is because we don't even have the class for that keynote. So now, I'm not actually trying to cover up, or I'm actually trying to defend ourselves. But this is a pointer to the fact that we need to start classes early. It's a pointer to that. All right. As much as we are concerned, we are not supposed to leave any stone unturned. All right. But in cases whereby we don't want to lose any of this course, or we don't want to leave any of these courses behind, we intend to start classes as early as possible. Now, for some persons, it is good for them because we have all these classes already. But for very few departments, and that particular course, that taxation, that particular course is a major course for the Department of Accounting. But unfortunately, we don't even have anybody in that level and that semester that is taking that course. And that is why it now affected Yuma, because that course is not your major, is not your major, if I'm not mistaken. The course is not your major, right? It's not, right? So, if it was that we have students in this Department of Accounting, 200 level, first semester, we would have taken that course already.
Okay.
So unfortunately now, because we don't have somebody in that department, and unfortunately we are taking our time to take. Please, Mrs. Donald, were all your major courses for that semester covered?
It was.
You see now, we were taking our time to cover all our major courses. All right. So because we did not have somebody in that department, all right, who ACC 201 might have been a major course, because we don't have anybody taking that, we now left that one, hoping that when we are done with our major, we can go to the minors. But nevertheless, I'm not trying to defend us. And we always promise to, all right, we promise to always improve on that. And there's a way you can also help us too with that. And this goes back to what Mrs. Regina used to do. Mrs. Regina will tell me that, Tutoyo, CEO, I'm having 7 courses. We have taken 5 already. It's remaining 2. Please don't forget these 2. Tutoyo, please don't. She keeps hammering it. She'll keep hammering it. And I mean, for somebody who keeps reminding me that this is what it is, I'm not saying we are not checking back to back, but there's a way you help us to remember that there's a course we are here to, so we can rush things, or we can increase, all right, the pace at which we need to attend to your courses. Because indeed, for department like this admin, public admin, and other departments too, that we usually have students, before exam, we are almost done with all their courses. All right. And there are some departments that even before that exam, we still have like 2 or 3 courses to go. So there's a way you can help us, by calling to our attention that, okay, please, don't forget to, out of my 5 courses, we had only taken 4, is remaining 1. I don't know if I've been able to say something that makes a little bit of sense.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that, Ma. Okay, let's go straight to Mr. John. Mr. John is here. Mr. John, it's great to have you on board. Mrs. Adeto, I know you're not a member of our private class. Do you have anything to say, Ma, or we should just pass the ball? Miss Adeto, are you there, Ma?
Good evening. I'm here with you, Tutoyo. Good evening.
Yes, ma. Do you have anything to say, ma? Good evening, ma.
Though I will still commend you, Aya. Though I joined your revision class last
okay.
During the last exam period.
Okay, ma.
I only joined your YouTube what is it called? Exam review classes.
Revision.
So, and it was interesting and very supportive. So
thank you very much.
I will encourage you to do more. Do you understand?
Thank you very much.
During the classes, during the revision classes, that prompted me to say I will join the class, and I believe I won't regret it. So thank you. Keep on doing good. Thank you. Okay,
thank you very much. Mrs. Adeto happens to be some of the students that got to know of Tutor Hayo during the revision classes. And like I told her, that revision classes is just part of the process. There is a comprehensive process. Okay, we have our YouTube classes. All right, the comprehensive process is encapsulated in the private class. Now, in the private class, we hold you by your hand, whereby we start with our familiarization phase, which is on YouTube. Then when we are done with the YouTube classes, we come back to Telegram, where we have a detailed discussion on what we have learned on YouTube. You know, this strategy works because 99.9 people in now, they are all adults. All right? They are all adults. They have work, they have family. Now they are trying to add education. So we have to do it like that because we need to cover a lot and we must ensure you understand a minimum of 90% of what we are teaching you. That's why when we are done with YouTube classes, we come back to Telegram. So a lot of people see our classes on YouTube. They just think it is only on YouTube. No, the major work is done on Telegram. And that Telegram class is where I get to understand if you really understand what we are teaching on YouTube. So thank you very much for that. Let's pass the ball to Mrs. Regina. Are you still with us?
Yes, I'm here, sir. Good evening once
Okay, ma.
again.
I don't know, ma, if you have anything to say, ma. Okay, good evening.
Mr. Ayo, good evening.
Okay, sorry, I'm so sorry. Somebody just, is that Mr. John?
Yeah, it's me.
Okay, Mr. John, I'm so sorry. Please, you're highly welcome, but just give us a moment. It seems like you came a bit late. So just give us a moment. Let's have Mrs. Regina say something. Then we'll come back to you, sir. Is that okay, sir?
Okay, no problem, sir. It's okay.
Thank you
It's
very
okay
much,
like
sir.
that, sir.
Mrs. Regina,
Oh, sir.
okay, thank you.
Yes,
Mrs.
sir.
Regina, you have the floor, ma.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your efforts. God bless you, sir.
Thank you, ma. Thank you,
I
ma.
have two things to say. I know
Okay,
you
ma.
have so many works at hand, but the timing that we spend on YouTube for the classes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes. From there, we go for assignment. It's also good. You are teaching us time management. But you said 99 point something are adults. If we don't have enough time, we won't be able to cover much. Like my courses for last semester, 3 or 2 of my courses were not picked at all, though it was elective.
Really?
Yes, INR 242. We didn't touch it at all.
My God.
Yes. So it was the keynote that really helped me. The second item that I listed.
But I gave you the keynote, ma.
Yes, I have the keynote. I want to please beg you, and let our keynote be ready a month before the exam, because it really worked. It really assisted me this time around. If not for the keynote, F9 because I can't imagine
God
reading
forbid.
299 pages. You read it and go back and read and go back and read. It's not that easy. Coupled with the work,
One thing with
family,
political
and
science, yes, political science, your materials are very voluminous.
very heavy.
Very.
Please help us
Yes.
to work on the keynotes to come a month before the exam, so at least that will prepare us. It really helped me this last semester. Thank you very much. I appreciate your efforts, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma. But just before you drop, we pass the ball to another person or the baton to another person. Okay, ma. You really emphasized on time. You said something about time management.
Yes.
Please, ma. I don't. Apart from the keynote you made mention of, that time management, ma. What exactly are you trying to say about it? Is it that the timing is too short?
It's too short. 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Okay.
It's too short to grab. Though I do jot down when teaching. At least that 20 minutes will not cover much with the voluminous materials we have with us.
Okay. So, okay. Would
If
you
can
now let
extend
me
the time.
Okay, thank you very much, ma. Ma, you see on that, do you think 30 minutes will do for 30 minutes,
like
a minimum of 30
40
minutes?
minutes, minimum of 30 minutes at least. When we started early, we were using 1 hour. As
Yes,
other
ma'am,
people
you're
were
correct.
joining, it was reducing to 30 minutes, 20 minutes. We didn't cover much.
Okay.
That was what made
Okay.
us to have untouched materials.
Okay, thank you very much. Now let me shed more light into that, ma. I really appreciate your sincerity, ma. Okay, about timing. Okay, you see, this timing issue is split into two. I know Mrs. Regina as a person, apart from the fact that she doesn't owe us a dime, like when it comes to finances, she pays even before money expires because she pays on a monthly basis. Because people that we don't have, students that we don't have, department that we don't have enough students, I usually encourage them to pay on a monthly basis so that we can use that resources coming from them to run the classes. I have tutors that don't take any course, that people in that department are less than 5. It is only with Tutuayo that only one person will be in one department and I will still take you. Because we feel that it's not about the money, even though we need the money for the resources. But now, this is where I'm going to. You see that issue with timing, it has to do with two things. You are very correct, man. When we started with 1 hour, minimum of 1. If it was bad, we'll do 40 minutes. But truly, when students started joining, the time started to reduce, unfortunately. Now, this is not actually the standard. The standard is a minimum of 30 minutes. All right? But unfortunately, there are sometimes we come online. Out of these 30 minutes, network will frustrate us. Out of the 30 minutes, you're supposed to use out of that 30 minutes, you're supposed to use to teach. Network will first take 10 minutes. And unfortunately, in a day, I can have 7 classes. And the moment I miss, if I'm 10 minutes, 2 minutes late in this class, it automatically affects. That's why during our revision time or during that last semester, please, you can mute your mic, sir. If you're not talking, you can mute your mic. That our revision time, majority of us can testify to the fact that I'm always rescheduling. And it's not as if I'm happy rescheduling. But unfortunately, the kind of country we have, you have data. Most of my money even go into data. I will do data on MTN, I'll do data on Glo, I'll do data on Airtel because I have 4 different SIM cards. So that if one network is bad, I can automatically switch. So on that timing, we are really going to work on it. I promise you that this semester, we are really going to work on it. And it will be a minimum of 30 minutes. There are going to be times where we're going to shoot above 30 minutes, but it's going to be a minimum of 30 minutes. And also, there are some times because the easiest part of my job is to come online and teach. That's the easiest part of my job. The most difficult part of my job is not even scheduling it on the website or on YouTube. Is when I study. Yes. A 30 minutes class takes me 2 hours to study. Because when you check the material, there are a lot of inconsistency in the material. So I have to use my Google Scholar, a lot of resources to study this material before you see me coming online. All right. So basically, there are some materials that gives tough time to study. And unfortunately, if my classes are much for that day, I might not be able to have enough time to study. And one thing with me, if I have not studied your material well, I will not come online and teach you for a long period of time. All right. But nevertheless, we are not here to feel good in our shortcomings. All right. Thank you very much for that. And we are going to work on that as much as we can. And based on the keynote preparation we talked about, ma, sincerely, ma, we don't make keynotes if we have not had classes. Now, the reason why I was able to give you that keynote that we don't have classes is because Mrs. Regina will always come to me and say, Tutuayo, please, we have not taken this course. And when I check it on the long run, I know that the timing left is not going to be enough for us to have that class again. And I begin to work on the keynote. So, unfortunately, I don't make keynotes if I don't make classes. The reason why I even have keynotes is because I am taking classes. That is why we have keynotes. That is what a lot of students have even chatted me about. Sir, your keynote helped us last semester. Can we pay you in advance for this semester? And I'll have to explain to you that no, it doesn't work that way. The reason why we have keynotes is because we have taken classes. So The keynote is not the point. The classes, the private class is the point. The keynote is one of the things that assist students. The semester begins with the classes. When we are done with our YouTube classes, our Telegram, our revision, then you have the keynote. All right. But unfortunately, because we're unable to take some classes, that is why the keynote now seem like very special. So thank you very much for that, man. We'll work on the, all right. We'll work on the timing, all right. And work on the timing precisely. Thank you very much, Mrs. Regina. Sorry, I think the next person that I've been here should have called the next person, but Mr. John, you
Yeah. Good evening, Mr. Ayo, and good evening, everyone. I'm first time for this meeting. I'm first time for tutorial classes, or that's my first time that I will get classes for this info tutorial in this semester. If not, I've never joined for your classes. You understand? So
okay.
I didn't know. Yes, I didn't know how you people doing. So because I even joined late, safe. I know that you people have already discussed many things.
Yes,
but I just
we
know you
have
can
actually.
just explain brief for me.
Okay, thank you very much for joining, Mr. John. Thank you for being here. You could have been some other places, but we appreciate the fact that you are here, and I appreciate the fact that every one of us are also here.
Thank you, sir.
Very quickly, I just want to explain in a nutshell. All right, as the semester is commencing, we are using the opportunity to invite as many students as we can reach to join the private class. All right, in the private class, this is where we walk you through all your courses. We are going to hold you by your hand. Now, the major problem we used to have with students is consistency. All right. In as much as we have made it very easy, we understand that there will be days whereby as a student you are overwhelmed. All right. The fact that you have families and you have work to deal with, there will be days whereby you are tired, you are overwhelmed, and you cannot join the live classes. Because of this, even though you miss the live classes, they are recorded and they are arranged on our website for you. So let's say, for example, you're having class today, but maybe you had a terrible day at work. You are not happy. You are not in the mood, even though we encourage discipline. But unfortunately, you could not make the class. The next day, you reach out to tutorial. Tutorial, please, I missed my class yesterday. Please, can you send me the link? Yes, we'll send it to you. And at the end of every class, you are expected to send a copy of your notes. What do I mean? Let's say, for example, we did just 101 today for 30 minutes. As you are in that class on YouTube, we use our whiteboard. You can see my whiteboard behind me. You can also see the whiteboard. We use the whiteboard to write points. So as you join the private classes, is the orientation I will give you. You must get a notebook. All right. You can share one notebook for 2 courses. All right. Get notebook for all your courses. You can share one notebook for 2 courses or one course for one note. So as you are writing, you are putting down points. As we are in the class, you are putting down points. Now, it's very important you write, because if you were listening, your comprehension is different. But when you listen and write something with your own biro on your own note, the understanding is on another level. And that's why we used to insist, when you join the private class, you don't watch your classes like you are watching Telemundo. You don't watch your classes like you are watching CNN or you are watching Cartoon Network. You watch your classes like you are in the university. Automatically you are in the university. All right. Like you can see your tutor and it's there. You know, conventional university now, your lecturer will threaten you. You must buy his handouts. You must attend. You must mark attendance. But in Open University, we don't have all that. So the idea is to make you feel like you are in the university, in the lecture theater, and you have your tutor using the whiteboard, and you must take something down. And at the end of that class, All you need to do is just use your phone camera, and snap that note for that day and send it to the private class as a proof that yes, I attended classes and this is my note. And you do this for all your courses. All right. And when we are done with that, what we do is when we are done with one particular course, we come on Telegram. So based on what you have written in your note, you by yourself, you will now explain to me. I will not be the one explaining to you now. You will now explain to me what you have written down in your notes. Do you know why we do all this? Because we want to make an imprint. We want to make an imprint on your art. There are things you have done 10 years ago. If they ask you now, you can remember in the twinkling of an eye. Why? Because that thing has left an imprint in your art. And the only reason why you study, you don't understand. The only reason why you study and you doze off is because you already have your life going fine. You are only looking for trouble by saying you want to go to school. When I say trouble, it's a good trouble. Yes, it's a good problem. Because whenever you want to develop yourself, there's always a problem. The way we are fashioned, naturally, human being, we love comfort. But the moment you want to discomfort yourself to learn something or to do something good, your body must react. Your body must fall asleep that time you are reading. Or you just find reading boring. But when you are watching your favorite movie or your favorite TV series, you don't sleep because your body loves comfort. So during this process of trying to tell your body that no, I'm paying money to be in now, and I want to come out with good grades, I want to come out with good results, your body will be telling you no. So you need to fight and reorientate your body. So by the time you do all these things in the class for one semester, for 2 semesters, for a section, for another section, you now begin to realize that you are now naturally used to studying without stress. That's how it works. And that's why we have all these processes. All right. So after the YouTube class, Telegram class, revision class, we give you the keynotes, we give you the exam practice questions. And with that, I am sure you can go and write your exam without sweat. All right. And you'll be like, others will be like, this exam is hard. You'll be like, what's hard? Yeah. You are saying that because you have paid your bills, you have done due diligence in the class. That's why you can say it's not difficult when others are saying it is difficult. It's not as if you are special. Mr. John, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
So that's just that in a nutshell. Thank you very much, Mr. John. We've taken a lot of time, so we need to just. You're welcome, sir. We need to just do it as fast as we can so that everybody can talk. Miss Donald has said something. Miss Dami, do you have anything to say? Miss Dami, are you still there? You're falling asleep.
Yes, I'm here. I'm very much here. Okay.
Okay, ma. Do you have anything to say, ma?
Yeah, I don't really have anything to say. I just want to say thank you because I joined the revision class and it was really helpful. So the first time I joined was the revision class. So that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining, and we hope you are going to join our private class as well. Thank you very much for that, Miss Dami. Okay, let's go to Mr. Adeniyi. Good evening, sir. Can you unmute your mic, sir? Okay, Mr. Adeniyi, if you can unmute your mic, please do. If you don't mind, you can show us your face, sir. Mr. Adeniyi, can you hear me?
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening, sir. I haven't heard from you for quite a while. It's great to have you here, sir. Please, can you quickly introduce yourself, sir, and let's have your recommendations and feedback or suggestions, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Can you hear me, sir? Good evening. You're welcome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yes, wish you all the best, sir.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you can go ahead, sir.
Good evening, sir. Happy New Year to everyone.
Wish you all the best, sir. Yes, sir. Can you quickly introduce yourself? Let's know your department, your level, and your semester. If you have any suggestions, recommendations, or feedback, sir. Okay, I think Mr. Adeni is having issues with his network. So let's just pass the ball to Mr. Patrick, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, sir.
Please, sir, do you have any suggestions, recommendations, or input, sir?
Yes, I can say this is my first time of interfacing with you, and I'm glad being on this platform this evening. No,
Thank you
this is
very
my
much.
first time, but I got to know you through most of your teaching on YouTube. It helped me a lot. And then your keynotes, I think that it was a blessing to me in particular. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate your feedback.
Oh, thank you, sir. But as
you want
for
to say
the
something,
class,
sir?
sorry?
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Yes, as for the online classes,
yes,
I
sir.
don't know whether you have a timetable for each of the courses. Because since you have people from different fields or disciplines, there's need for us to know the timetable for each of the courses that you are handling per week or per day.
I'm Godwin.
Yes. Thank you very much for that. I love that question.
Yes, sir.
A department.
Thank you very much. I love that question. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Like you asked that question because you actually knew, like you said. Usually we have our every Sunday, because I like to do things. Because we have, just like you said, we have different students from different departments, and everybody is not a full-time student, it's a part-time system. So everybody has what they want to do for the week. So on Sunday, I usually post our classes. We call them weekly study schedule.
The network is really bad. Can you hear me?
Please, you can mute your mic if you are not talking. We call them weekly study schedule. So on Monday, Tuesday, most times it's usually Monday to Friday. Sometimes we do Monday to Saturday. But it will help you, it will let you know on Sunday that, okay, this is the time you're having classes during the week. We usually post that every Sunday. Okay, so okay, on Monday, so time I have class. On Tuesday, I don't have class. On Wednesday, so time I have class. On Thursday, I don't have class. On Friday, so time I have class. We call it weekly study schedule. Thank you very much for that, sir. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Adeniyi has been able to on his video, his camera, but it seems your network is very bad, sir. Okay, Mr. Adeniyi, you can mute yourself. Your network is pretty bad. So,
good evening, sir. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you, but it seems like your network is pretty bad.
Can you?
Yes, sir. We can hear you now, sir.
All right.
Okay. To save our. Hey, your network is very bad, sir. I think you change your position, change your location, your current location, and probably you move to the sitting room or something. Your network is pretty bad, sir. Please, let's pass the ball. Let's pass the baton to somebody else. Okay. Miss, please, Miss Keynote Order. Can you please? Do you have any suggestion? I am sorry I did not save your name, but I just have to call you Keynote Order because that's the means of identification I can see on my screen. Please, ma, do you have anything to say, ma? Can you hear me, ma? Miss Keynote Order, can you hear me, ma? You are putting on a white round neck, ma, and you are staring at your phone now. Now you are putting the phone closer to your face. I'm sorry I don't know the name, and what I used to save the name here is Keynote Order. I can see your fan hung to your ceiling. Please, man, do you have anything to say, man? You can unmute your mic. You are putting on a white round neck, more like a vest, if I'm not mistaken. Can you hear me, ma? Okay, I think I'm unable to reach her. I'm unable to reach her. Her name is Victoria.
Gloria, Mrs. Gloria.
Okay, Miss Gloria, can you hear me?
Yes.
She's actually staring at her phone. I don't know if she can hear me. Unmute yourself, ma. Unmute yourself. You can unmute your mic is muted. Can you unmute your mic? Mrs. Gloria. Please, always help me to tell Mrs. Gloria to unmute her mic. Oh. Okay. Mrs. Gloria, can you unmute your mic?
Your mic is muted.
Okay, it's fine. So thank you very much, everyone. It's getting late. It's already after 9. I can see Miss Chinaza. She wants to go and sleep. She's already feeling sleepy. I can also see Mr. Patrick. He's trying to be strong, but I can see sleep all over his face. I'm not even seeing Mrs. Donald anymore. I know Mrs. Regina needs some rest. All right. So thank you very much, everyone. So the next thing you should be expecting from us, we are going to be sending out a proper structure, more like an invitation to our general group tonight. For those of us in the private class, I'm going to remove everybody in that class or in that private group. I'm going to remove everybody. This semester, I want to create, that last semester, I have just one group where I have everybody there. So I will delete that group. So let's say, for example, BIS-admin 100 level private class, BIS-admin 100 level second semester private class, criminology, PCR. I'm going to do the private class according to your level and semester, so that the videos I'll be sending to you or the invitations for classes will be only your courses, no other things. Unlike this last semester, whereby we have a lot of courses sent to just one private group. So please, for those of us that are interested in the private class, we'll be sending you the guide, all right, so that you can choose, all right, the payment plan and everything. I'm going to be sending out an invitation tonight or latest by tomorrow, but I'll try and finish up this night and send it to us. So for those of us that want to start early, you can start early with us. There's a way we check your courses, even though you know it's start for the semester, because the earlier we start, the better. So thank you very much. We are going to call it a wrap here for today. Thank you, Mrs. Bassi. Mrs. Bassi.
Yeah,
Can you?
sir.
I'm sorry, sir. I think I asked one question.
Okay. Sorry, just hold on, sir. Mrs. Bassi, it's good to have you on board.
Good evening, Mr. Hayo. Good evening, everybody.
Can you show us your face, ma?
Okay, sir.
Miss Bassi has been with us for some time too. Miss Bassi, do you mind introducing yourself and also let us have your feedback, recommendation, or anything you want to tell us to do better?
Okay, today is my first day joining your class, but although my coursemate gave me a keynote from you that was computer fundamental. It was very helpful. Though some of my colleagues, we go through the keynote, and most of the questions in the keynote are
so you are among those people that have to share my keynotes, and it's written on it that I don't share with anybody. Mrs. Bassi, I will come and arrest you. My keynote is not supposed to be shared. It is exclusively for the person that paid for it. Anybody that shared keynote with you that wants to share the keynote, tell them to go and buy their own. But just go ahead. That was on the lights on a quick one.
I'm sorry, sir. Sorry about that.
It's okay, sir. It's okay.
I'm a year one student, second semester. I'm doing education, primary education. That is early childhood.
Wonderful, wonderful. Good evening. So is there anything you want to say, like a recommendation, a suggestion, or something?
I don't really have much to say because I've not attended your class yet.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining.
But all I have to say is that God bless you. You have done much. You have done a lot for spending your time
you very
to go
much,
on
ma.
research. We are grateful. God bless you for that.
Thank you very much, man. And I also want to use the opportunity to let you know that it is very important that you join the private class this semester, and don't join late. Join early. And one of the things that used to make a lot of students have issues is with payment. And I keep explaining to them that money is not everything. In as much as we also need this money to keep your classes functioning. All right. And one thing we're going to be doing this semester, we're going to try and make the payments flexible, so that for those, we know that these fingers are not equal. Some persons don't mind, they can pay me ×2. But some persons, they want these classes, but they don't have financial backing. So we're going to make the payments as flexible as it can be, so that we can accommodate as many as we can accommodate. So Miss Bassi, I'm also encouraging you to please join the private class this semester and join us early, so that we can start taking your courses. Thank you very much. You can mute yourself now. I think everybody has been given the opportunity to talk. Mr. John, you said you have a question, Mr. John.
I just want to ask about this private class. How are you people doing the private class? I didn't know. I need a small explanation about it.
Sir, I didn't get that.
Private class. The private class. How are you people? How are you people doing?
Okay, I'm going to send a notification and an invitation to everybody this night or latest tomorrow morning, so that you can know how the private class functions. But after reading it, if you still don't understand, you can still private chat me. But in a nutshell, like I said, we call it a 4-model system. 4-model system. Number 1, we have our, let me use my earpiece properly. Number 1, we have we call it familiarization phase. That's the first stage. Number 2, we have the discussion phase. Number 3, we have the revision. And number 4, we have the wrapping up.
Revision.
Now, number one, which is the familiarization phase, it means that you are being introduced to your courses, and we use YouTube for that. All right? I take my time, like the way we used to do it. We take one course.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
I said,
sir.
the class is, how much is the payment? Or there is no payment on it?
Okay.
Don't worry, there is
Okay, thank you very much, sir. About the payments, I will send you the list. Right? We have different plans, so we'll try and make it flexible for everybody. Thank you very much, everyone. Is there anybody who haven't said anything? Miss Christiana, thank you very much, Mr. John. Miss Christiana, can you unmute your mic? Miss Glory, you having issues with your mic the other time. Have you figured it out?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Please, you have anything to say, ma'am?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Do you have any recommendations, feedback, suggestions? I know you got our keynote. That was why I saved your number with keynote order. I never knew your name was Miss Glory.
Yeah, my name is Gloria.
Okay, Gloria. Did you find the keynote helpful, ma'am?
Can you hear me now? Hello.
What did you say, ma'am?
Yeah.
I said, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm having difficulties hearing what Miss Gloria is trying to say, but it's wonderful to have Miss Gloria here. Thank you very much, Miss Gloria.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to say something.
It's Mr. Victor.
Okay, I think we all are. Mr. Benjamin, please, can you show us your face? You have something to say?
No, nothing more. There's no light, sir. So that is why.
Good evening, sir.
Okay, sorry, please, Mr. Benjamin, do you have any recommendations, feedback, suggestions, or something?
Yeah, nothing much, sir. Nothing much.
Good evening.
Or is there something? Good evening. I'm sorry, please. Good evening. Everybody will talk. Mr. Benjamin, is there something I've done that you don't like, that you want this opportunity to say it?
No, sir. You have been trying. Sir.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
Okay.
Sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Benjamin. Good evening. Somebody is saying good evening. Please, who is that person? Is that Miss Christiana?
I've been saying good evening today, no response. I don't know if
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to figure out who the person is.
Yes.
Good evening. Please, you can introduce yourself, ma, and let's have your contributions, suggestions, or feedbacks. Yes, ma, we can hear you, ma.
Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. You can go ahead, please. You can on your camera. Let's see your face. Okay, economic students on the level second semester. Wonderful. Thank you very much for joining us. Do you have any recommendations, feedback, or suggestions? Can you on your camera? Let's see your face, ma.
You cannot see me.
Do you have any suggestions? Yes, it's okay, ma. You can go ahead with your recommendations or feedback, ma. Okay, I think we lost Miss Christiana there. So thank you very much, everyone. It's really late. I don't want us to stay this long. So for those of us that might want to listen to this conversation again, after now, I will upload it on our channel. So you can always, if there's anybody, any of your friends that missed or classmates that missed this session, we'll always have it on our YouTube page. I will still send it to us. But tonight, I'll try and draft the payment and the structure and send it to us so that we can also find out how the classes works and how much we are expected to pay to join. Thank you very much, everyone. I wish you all the best and success. They are waiting to see last semester results, but for those of us that know what we did, we have passed that. We know that we are expecting good results. This is the semester we are focusing on now, and I know that by the grace of God, God has always been on our side and will not leave us now. The strength, the finance, the wisdom, the protection we require, we need to survive this semester, it will be bestowed upon each and every one of us. Thank you very much. On this note, I will call it a wrap here.
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you all in subsequent classes. Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And
thank you,
good
Ms.
night.
Paulina, Ms. Chinaza, Mr. John. Thank you, Ms. Vic. Thank you, Ms. Emmy. Thank you, Mr. Adeniyi. Thank you, Mr. Patrick, Mr. Adeton, and Ms. Pius. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Nice. Last night.